Blog Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome to the Alchemy Sisters. You are here with Mandee and Jennie of Heart Over Ego Radio. We're here each week holding space with usually a special guest. Tonight we're going to be doing readings. Each week our discussions are kind of in relation to the multiverse, healing, navigating life, the divine energies, spirituality, spiritual awakening, consciousness, and all things that may fall underneath of that. We really try our best to raise the heart over the ego, and each week we just bring you a little bit of what we have and the energy we have going on. So, hey, Jennie, how are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you, Mandee. I just got home from receiving a phenomenal massage, deep tissue. So I'm all primed up and chakras lined up and muscles worked out. So I'm good. How about you?
Excellent. I'm feeling really good, too. I had an amazing workout this morning with our friend Holly Joy McCabe. She's known as the spiritual fit chick. If you haven't checked her out, she's just magic. And you do a lot of these really intense strengthening kind of workouts. And they're in like a short amount of time. So I go for like a half hour. And I'm really sore for like a couple days after it. But it's really nice, and it's reawakening all of these different places within my body that needed a lot of attention. So I'm feeling really good. And then, had some good business meetings and readings and whatnot. And now I'm holding space with you and all of our listeners. So I'm a happy camper.
Good. Fantastic.
Yeah. So, Jennie, is there anything that you want to chat about before we get this episode going? We do have some readers in line, or some callers in line for readings, and then we are going to have a special guest in around 15 minutes or so to talk about the power of organite, which I'm pretty excited about.
Me too. I want to know more about it. The young woman coming on, Jessie, I bought some of her pieces a couple of weeks ago, and they are magical. I have them in my windowsill, and they bring me good clearing energy. I like her work, so I'll be excited to ask her a couple questions that I have about them.
Excellent. Beautiful. Well, do you want to go ahead and we have quite a few callers. Yes, tonight we're taking readings. So if anyone wants to call in, the number is 323-642-1188. So I think we'll just start with whoever was holding the longest. So we're going to go with the 646 area code. Hi, 646.
Hello.
You're with the Alchemy Sisters. Who are we speaking with?
Thank you. Hey, you're speaking with Terry. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Excellent.
Did you say Terry or Terry?
Terry with a T, yes.
Got it. Thank you.
How can we support you tonight?
Yes, I just wanted to see if you see a move happening for me this week. I'm looking at a new place tomorrow and perhaps on Friday as well. So I need to, because where I am now, I need to move out by the 2nd of April. So I've been looking at a few places. Some of them did not work out. I guess the universe is trying to tell me something. So I'm still looking.
Let's take a look here. Can you tell me what
Jennie,
location you're in?
Perfect.
Yeah, what physical location? What city are you in? State? Something like that?
I'm actually, I'm in New York City.
New York?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, because I was kind of checking the energy, and it was just going so fast. I was like, oh, where is she? What is that? Well, that would make sense. New York, when the real estate probably moves pretty quickly. So I clearing away some of the stress and anxiety you might have around, finding a place. And it doesn't look too intense. Just your typical things are going to shift. So your spirit guides are stepping forward and kind of like bolstering the space, bolstering your anxiety or anything that may be popping up. And what they're saying is we would love, they're very supportive. I don't know if they're saying you're intuitive in your own right. I don't know if you connect with them in the verbal or energetic way, but they're showing themselves always being around you, excited to get a chance to communicate with you. But what they're saying is we'd love to be able to tell you that one on this day is going to pop. But the truth is, there's so many moving parts. There's a lot of, people's choices, free will, ego. But what they're saying is, rest assured, by the second, you'll be in the new place. Because we'd love to be able to tell you this one at this time is going to go through. It just doesn't work out that way. But what they want to do is take the worry off the top and say that by the 2nd of April, you'll end up in a new place that's, at least, temporarily beneficial. That again, they're not showing you living there forever and ever and ever, but something that's going to pop up and be comfortable. Yes, and they also want to say something. They want to say, isn't she refreshing, Jenny? And I say, she is refreshing. And they're saying, why she feels so refreshing. And I'm like, I see. She's got manifestation skills as well as she backs them up into the physical. So you got a round of applause coming from the non-physical, showing and telling me that you have absolutely done the work. You're not calling in here and hadn't put any effort into looking for a place and wondering when it's going to come through for you and why it hasn't already. You come in with guns, and not necessarily physical, but, metaphoric guns, and say, hey, I've been looking at some places. A few have fell through. I got a couple more lined up. This is, you're putting the effort in so the universe can give you what you want. And oftentimes that physical effort lacks, or the manifestation skills lack. They're saying you've got both, and the universe has no choice almost but to give you what you want, because you're moving it physically, psychologically, and energetically. So you're just getting a round of applause. They're throwing some energy into your solar plexus, center of the stomach, beefing that up. Putting some white light in there, again, wanting to let you know that by the 2nd, something is going to line up. It'll probably be one of these ones that you're going to see, but we don't want to get your hopes up too high because there's too many variables. But they're saying yes, and these next 2, one of them will probably hit, and if not that one right after.
Okay, that's fine. All right, sounds good, because I'm keeping all of my choices open.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you should. This is Mandee tuning in, and your angels are just kind of encouraging you, to really, exactly what Jenny was describing, stay very calm and cool and collected, and really count your blessings and know that you are. I pulled the Inner Power and Divine Father, which is the master card of manifestation, and you're really calling in what you want. So even though you're kind of under time constraints right now, do you already have several options right in front of you now?
I have actually 2 options in front of me. So far I've looked at 2 places, okay? So I'm looking at another 2, one tomorrow and then another one on Friday.
Okay, perfect. I think you've already seen the one that's going to be the best for you, but they want you to follow your intuition, and you'll know, and it'll feel really right. And then in the meantime, once you get in there, it's really going to open up some channels, an opportunity for you to really work on creativity. So your angels and your spirit guides just want you to know, once you get settled, really don't forget about that, and you need to be getting some creative juices flowing.
That's okay. I most certainly will. All right.
Oh, thanks for calling in. You take good care.
Thank you, and I'll give you guys a call back soon to let you know what happens. Thanks so much.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. I love her energy. She has some nice energy. We should ask her what she does for a living. She might play around with the healing arts, at least on the side or professionally.
True. Yep, we should have. But she's got good moves coming, and I loved that. And I loved how our listeners could hear, her energy a lot, because it was very calm, and it was like, all right, we've got to move in a week here, but she's really calling in a lot of good things. And when you make a decision and you put your mind and your heart to it, and you just say, I think this is what's best for me and my highest good, and if it really feels right, then the universe will back it up behind you. So that was a really nice example of that. Jenny, you want to take one more caller before our guest Jessie comes on?
Sure.
All right. The next one we're going to take is an 856 area code. Hi, 856. You're with the Alchemy Sisters. Who are we speaking with?
Hi, this is Laura in New Jersey.
Hi, Laura. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you doing?
We're well. How can we support you? What's going on?
Well, I'm on a contract right now, and it's up in the end of May. but I think they're going to end up extending me through the end of January. But I got a call today from a recruiter for another opportunity to contract. It pays a lot more money, and that would go for 6 months with a possibility of extension for that one, maybe even a contract to hire opportunity. I don't know. He said that you never know, it could happen. I just wonder what you see for me, whether I should stay put where I'm at, or if this other opportunity comes through and they offer it to me, should I take that instead?
Jenny, do you mind if I go first on this one?
Go ahead.
What I'm feeling for you, what my guys are saying, Laura, is that actually this is an opportunity for some things that you've really been calling in and that you want. Now, you have free will, and it's completely up to you. And, it involves, is this going to be moving locations? We have to physically move for this?
No, not for this. Not for this particular job. I wouldn't have to.
Okay, good. Good. Because they're saying that your living environment looks pretty stable at the moment. So it's up to you, and that this is really an opportunity to go after something you've been working for. I pulled the Ace of Wands and the Strength card. And it's saying if you just put a little bit of effort and a little bit of energy towards it and picturing what that might be like, it's looking like you're going to be really well received. They're really going to like you. They want your work. And then that opportunity for growth, I really think that'll be yours if you choose to stick with it. How are you feeling in your current position now?
Well, I don't care for the client that much, but I really do like the manager that I report into. He's also a contractor. So I would feel kind of guilty leaving him behind because he's the overall project manager of the whole thing. But, yeah, I'm getting paid considerably a lot less money on this contract than I typically make. So this other opportunity would pay me even a little bit more than what I typically make. So that would really help me get out of debt a lot quicker, too.
And I'll just go ahead and speak up here a little bit here. I pulled some cards for you because I was going to see if I could get a timeline. This is Jenny. It looks like you have new money coming in a month. So as the cards lay, again, you are the determiner, just like everyone else is the determiner of their own future fate. Some things do come in accident and happenstance, but oftentimes we negate that we are steering the boat. It's stressful to be in the steering position, but they're saying you're managing this just fine. We're just doing a little bit of sweep through the energy of the chakras just because it looks like, there's a little bit of an emotional, and you described it beautifully, you don't necessarily want to start the new job because you like your manager at your old job. Well, they're saying you can still be friends with somebody and get better opportunities. They're saying be careful about letting guilt and stress and anxiety get in the way of advancement because you don't want to hurt somebody else. Well, things change, and that's an absolute, that's a guarantee. One of the only ones we get in this existence is there will be change. So they're showing you having new job within a month. There's an Ace of Pentacles within a month here, and the very next card is the Wheel of Fortune, which is you giving it a little roll, see what's coming up, let's see what happens. So as the cards lie, as of now, it looks like you do take that new position, and the cards after that are brilliant, like you get the moon and the sun literally right after that. So I'm going to go ahead, and again, just as the cards lay right here, and I'm getting a green light from my spirit guides to keep going with it, you're going to like it. You get the sun and the moon back to back. The next one is the Two of Cups, then the Lovers. Are you in a relationship?
No.
There might be a potential. And again, you're the determiner. I'm just telling you what the cards are saying and what's being thrown at me, so to speak. There's just a little bit of romance energy there, too. So I don't know if that's lined up with the potential new job or just the shifting of energy, because that's what happens when we shift or move, whether it be physical, emotional, or psychological. We are that, in fact, shifting and moving, and then that stirs things up like you were to kick the bottom of a pond or something. It gets everything stirred up, which can be good for manifesting. So just to let you know, you did get the Two of Cups, which is the Twin Flames card, as well as the Lovers right next to it. So just throwing that up in the air, you be the determiner if that's something that you're interested in. But it does look like you potentially take this new job not only because it's financially more feasible, but because it looks like somewhere down in the deep level you would and could use some change.
Well, that would be great. Okay, I'm going to go home and I'm going to send the resume out to the recruiter.
Good for you. Oh, wonderful. Well, good luck. It looks like you might be getting a nice new job and some more money and some potential love. So you take good care of yourself.
Appreciate everything.
Bye. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. That was wonderful, Jenny.
Yeah, she has cute energy. I think that this is going to be a good little shift for her. Get something stirring up, get some things moving. I think this is going to be real good for her, all of her chakras.
I think so too. On that note, and speaking of energy and chakras and all that good stuff, I think we're going to go ahead and bring on our friend Jessie to talk about some organite.
Cool.
Let's see. Hi, Jessie. Are you with us?
I am. Hi, guys.
Hey, we're so honored to have you here. Just so our listeners know, Jessie is my friend, and she's, this is Mandee speaking. Jessie's my friend. She's amazing. She's from New Jersey. She has brilliant light and energy about her, incredible intuitive and healer, and she's incredibly crafty as well. And she's been making these amazing organite pyramids, and it's something that's new to me, and Jenny got a couple of them, and so we just wanted to bring Jessie on to learn all about it. So, Jessie, could you tell us a little bit about what drew you to working with organite and what it's all about?
Well, it's all very new to me also. I did go to school for art, and I've been artistic my whole life, but this is a very new medium for me, as in like a month or two. So it's all kind of snowballed really quickly, which is exciting and frightening, but beautiful. So I was actually first found the name Orgone Pyramids through a reading I had with someone. That it was an Akashic reading, and the energy that came through to speak to me said, look into Orgone Pyramids. The person that was reading for me and myself had no idea what they were. And I had forgotten about it until my boyfriend was making a project for his parents and was using resin, which is the main ingredient, and had extra. And was like, you want to do something with this? And I was like, sure. You want to mix something in there? So, like, I threw some paint in and some beads and some stuff and mixed it all up and let it set. And it looked really cool. It looked kind of weird and whatever, and it wasn't an organite, but it was like the beginning of the process for me. And I thought, then I remembered, I was told to look into that, and these are basically, it's related. So I looked into it, and what it is a man named Wilhelm Reich came up with a theory and did lots of experiments proving his theory. Orgone is basically another word for life force, like prana. And organite itself it needs three main ingredients to be called organite, which would be the resin, clear quartz crystal, and a metal of some sort, are the basic ingredients. It basically, the constant pressure of the dried or the hardened resin on the organic and inorganic materials basically alchemizes any negativity that flows through the device, and it reconfigures it and releases it in a more favorable, configuration, you could say. And you can add, or I do add, different healing crystals to that mixture depending on appearance, or sometimes I meditate on subject and then we'll make some after that. Like, there's a few on my website that might say, like, Atlantean or Lemurian, but then I also do intuitively chosen ingredients where, and I've already had a few orders, and it's so fulfilling where someone will say, I trust you pick up on my energy, what you think I might need. Or someone, I just recently got an order, someone who went through a very traumatic situation and then immediately had to go through surgery, and it was a healing specifically for what that person went through. And so those take a little longer because it has to do with me tuning into the particular person or figuring out what to put in it and what combination, you know. So the basic ingredients are clear quartz, resin, and metal. I primarily use aluminum shavings, although I just started to do copper coils and brass coils. And that's just because I just learned how to do it. And I've only made a few with those, but they're looking really, really nice. And I just started to make jewelry also. There's some bigger pendants on there that just got added. I'm just like exploring every way I can put Orgonite into something, and I want to help heal the world, even if it's like people that get it and understand and are into it, know what's going on about it, or if it's just someone who thinks it's beautiful and has it in their house and they're not, they have it in their house because it's a pretty sculpture, it'll still help them heal, and they don't even know it. It's like stealth healing. It just makes me happy. It just makes me happy. It's like it takes my love of crystals, my love of helping people heal, my love of making art, and it kind of puts it all into one. And the fact that I was really divinely led to any of it is like amazing to me, because in a couple short months I've gone from not even knowing what it was to making them and selling them quite consistently. And it's morphing and changing almost on the daily. So it's like me observing as much as doing it too. It's like observing my own process and changing, and it's just a really, really interesting thing that's going on for me here. I think I found my niche.
It's beautiful. You really have, and you're just showing our listeners what it is to follow spirit, and Jessie's incredible, and she's so well-rounded, and she has all these incredible skills, and she's an ancient healer from many, many lifetimes. I'm sure Jennie will highlight on that a little bit, but you're really teaching our listeners and us the process of what it is to just tune in and listen to spirit and follow hits and see how everything comes together, and then you have this amazing magical solution that people really need. Jessie, do you mind? It's up to you if you're ready to share with our listeners how they could maybe find your Etsy account, or if or not. Sure. That's completely up to you. But if you want to, you're more than welcome to go ahead and let everyone know.
Absolutely. I named it Orgone Original Works because handcrafted healing tools and original artwork, because I thought Orgone Originals, and I would make a cool little logo of the two O's joining, whatever. But then I thought, well, that doesn't really leave any room for anything else when, my boyfriend is crafty as well. He makes, he does a lot of leather working. He makes dream catchers and wind chimes with copper tubing and stuff. So I wanted there to be room to, add other things. And I paint and make small little doodads of other things. So Orgone Original Works, I felt like left a little door open for other things in there. So it's Etsy shop Orgone Original Works. I have an Instagram account at Orgone_original_works. So I feel like, and also because I kind of knew I wanted make pieces eventually once I figured out how. It took a little while, but how to make pieces that people could wear, and that way they wouldn't just have to be in their space at home to benefit from it. So I just started making pendants, and I'm not sure, on the day-to-day I get ideas of maybe other things I could do, and every time I just say, well, let's just try it. If it turns out cruddy, then okay. If not, it's awesome, So there's been a lot of trial and error, that's for sure. And on the upside of that, like any organite, as long as it has the ingredients, whether it looks great or not, will work. So even the ones that don't come out looking beautiful, they're laying around my house, and I'll tell you, I haven't argued with my boyfriend in like 3 months. It's amazing. I feel like even the reject pieces are changing the energy in the space. It's like you can't lose, or I can't lose. And it sounds funny, but it's true.
Jessie, what year were you born?
1981.
There's another 80s baby for you, Mandee. Remember, we're always finding these 70s kids, and you're like, what are you, Mandee, 86?
85.
1? 85?
Yep.
Cool.
85.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's, I always comment, probably because I'm slightly biased because I was born in 78, but I always run across, like, 70s and into the middle 80s babies who are all just here to save the planet, and I'm like, ooh. And then my spirit guides show me a picture of all of us in the non-physical. We don't have bodies, so they're just showing me a picture of energy ultimately, but we're all like, hey, when can we incarnate, and how can we all help each other out, and let's kind of come in together in the same decade or 10-year span and work together when we're adults. So yes, Jessie has past lives with Mandee as well as myself. Your spirit guides are stepping in saying, and this is what happens when you're a natural. Sure, you have to try and trial and error, but the universe will pick up some slack and move you right along. In fact, your spirit guides are saying, oh, yeah, we didn't just move her right along. We just kind of kicked her in the ass. They're teasing because they seriously didn't kick you in the ass, but it might be an energetic type energy, So what they're saying is this is the beginning of this space. And, yes, I'm glad you picked a name that will allow you to grow, because it'll be exciting to see within 10 years what you've gotten yourself into. You only have up to go from here. So that's exciting. And I love, now help me understand. Is it called organite or orgon?
The objects themselves are organite. Yes. The energy that it works with is called orgone. There's other names like prana. It's basically life force. And
understood.
So the device itself is organite.
Yeah. Yes. Do you guys consider, or do you already maybe think about or do festivals and things like this? Is this available to you and your boyfriend with all your goods? Put them in the car, go set up a table and sell them at some popular events?
Yep.
Yeah, good. 'Cause
that's in the works too.
That?
It's it's on our radar. We have a few places that are available to us already, and it's funny that you mentioned that, because out of the blue, a friend has a table at one of those type things that asked if we would share it with him.
Perfect.
With not having to pay the fee to share.
There you go. Boom. Look at the universe just handing you stuff, hand over fist. No, I tease. No, you
all these
deserve
things
it.
are
good.
They're just plopping in my lap, and it's like a lot of the time I don't know completely what's going on, but I go for it anyway, and just I understand that it's leading me to another step, and that I'll know what that next step is when I get there. So basically, my main issue is the surrender and the trust, because that's what it boils down to. In like with so many things, obviously, but in this specific process, I know that that's what how I have to proceed, or else my brain gets in the way. You think too much. Is this dumb? Is this what are people think? But it doesn't matter. And I'm learning to differentiate between my brain thoughts and my knowing. And to just immediately recognize it and go for it without letting those brain thoughts seep in there,
That's how you battle.
And I have
that's how you build that muscle.
I have to say,
that's how you build the muscle.
I have to say yes before I have a chance to say hell no,
Yes.
Yeah, that's basically where I'm at.
It's so exciting, and I have some of your organite, and they're in my windowsill, and I absolutely love them. And not only do I love them, they carry with them inspiration. And so what my boyfriend and I were doing when we got yours and put them up on the windowsill, we're like, oh, my God, they're so magical. And we instantly go to YouTube to figure out how to make them, just to play around. I don't think we have too many other businesses going to play ball too hard in it, but we were like,
but it's fun.
It is. It looks fun. So we're going to play around with it. I'm going to do a little energy work over the pieces and get them all revved up to see what I can do, just for fun. Hand them out for Christmas or, whatever.
Yeah.
Birthdays.
Oh,
yeah.
That's awesome. That makes me so happy to hear. Because, like I said, even if someone's not completely into the whole, thing, that, they'll look at it and be like, oh, that's beautiful. And I love the way it looks different, however angle you look at it, like a different lighting can make it look completely different even,
Yes.
So to have them on the windowsill sounds really beautiful.
They're sparkly and magical. They kind of just are like little prisms, pushing out energy. Plus I'm doing my fair share of readings in here and saging and such. So it's helping. It's really helping clear the space because I do a lot of readings in here. So it's nice to keep the energy flowy and light, and I have to tell you, you assist me with that, intentionally or unintentionally. From the sounds of it, it's intentional.
Thank
you want to heal the earth like the rest of us. Yes.
Yeah. I do put a lot of intentions into each one, whether or not they're custom made or intuitively made for a person or not. Every time I make them, I put intentions in them. I meditate a little bit first, and then I just, as I'm making them, I clear my mind and I put that energy right in those things, man. Really do.
I can feel it. Yes, very good. And can you tell people one more time how they can find you on Etsy?
Yes. The name of the store is Oregon Original Works on Etsy.com, and also there's an Instagram page at Oregon_original_works. And right now I have a promo code for 10% off until the end of March. That's the word light as a promo code for 10% off if you order something before April. And it'll change every month, but I just thought that would be like a thing. Why not try it? Like, it's just all so new and exciting, and I don't know. I'm very grateful for this opportunity, you guys. Thank you so much. I'm eager to see where it will lead me. I do want to mention the guy who came up with the theory and basically came up with this entire thing. His name is Wilhelm Reich. If you ever want to look up his theories and experiments and stuff like that. I do know that he was considered kind of a dangerous-ish figure back in the time because it was like kind of radical, and I don't want to get too conspiracy theory here on you, but like, you want to shut down anything that's threatening, like, and real and strong, it alchemizes EMFs, and like it really will clear a space for you. It will,
Can you tell me, is it R-I-K-E, like Reich?
R-E-I-C-H.
Ah, yes. Okay. I just want to let you know something really quickly. It'll only take a moment because I had Dr. Royal Reich, I had Tesla, and I'm like, I want to make sure I'm saying his name correctly because is he a doctor as well? Did he go by the title doctor? Did you say?
I believe so. I do. I'm not positive.
He's coming in like that with that essence. So I'm going to channel for you, Dr. Wright, really quickly.
Okay.
It's a thing I do. I do it sometimes, but he wants, and he's poking me. He's not really poking me. He just wants you to know that he sees you, and not only does he see you, he knows you. So he's showing some parallels where you have experimented. This is why the universe handed this to you so quick and fast, is because you've already done it before. They're showing you being one of his, not in this time frame continuum, but another time frame continuum or parallel or past life, however you'd like to look at it. But then you have a couple, that's why Dr. Will Reich and Tesla are here too, also doing that quirky work, saying that they know you too. So you've got some of the greats saying that they're claiming you, so to speak, as a friend, a coworker, a buddy, and they want you to know that you can take this so very far if you would like. Again, it's your choice. But they're saying with your spiritual resume in this type of work, they're like, it's frightening where she can go. And they're not saying frightening in a bad way. They're excited. So they're like, they like to see their students, if you will, come to the third 3D type place like Earth and just come here and
Right.
kill it. And they're showing you doing that. So, again,
That's amazing.
If this is where you're at in 2 months, holy shit, I'll be excited to see what you're doing in a year and a half, 2 years from now.
I do feel the
so,
power.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very overwhelming sometimes because
yes, I see that.
There are some times when there's a few that I've made, the ones that they're all powerful, but there's been a couple intuitively made ones that, like, as I'm doing it, I feel myself a clear channel. Like, I feel it. It's a feeling that is only what it is. You know, it's like there's no mistaking it for anything else, but it's just clear. And I don't know where it's coming from. I mean, I don't know. All I can be is a vehicle for whatever this is, and I'm more than willing because Lord knows the world needs it. That's for sure.
Well, thank you for your work. Man, we need more healers just across the board. We need more healers and artists of that nature. So thank you for doing your work. Not only do
there's
you
one
have
more
a standing...
thing. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just
Go ahead.
there's one more thing that a lot of times it will help people because it's like an actual physical, tangible object that they have instead of having like an idea in their mind or like they. Do you know what I mean? It sometimes helps some people to have an object, you know, to help make something real for them, you know.
And the reason I understand that is
too.
because I do energy, psychic, past life channeling work, but guess what my first love was? Massage. It was the vehicle, the physical, tangible vehicle that had me delivering these eccentric pieces, so to speak, just naturally. So, yes, I agree.
That is exactly what I mean.
Tangible things. Yes.
Yep.
Good.
Oh. And they're pretty.
Jessie, thank you. They're beautiful. Thank you so much for calling in. We wish you the best night and the best rest of your month. And, yes, if our listeners want to check out Jessie, please follow her work. And, her pyramids. Are they pyramids? Is that what they're called? Yeah, Oregon pyramids, right?
Yep, they're pyramids. Yep. There's a few
pyramids are
pendants.
Magical.
There's a few pendants that just got put up there. And, you know, it's going to grow. I have so many, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's just so much.
Jessie, what about keychains? Have you thought about? I want to organize keychain. Do you have that on the list? Is that one on there?
It's on the list to figure out.
Cool.
Yep. Oh yeah, it is, and that's funny because my boyfriend just thought of that the other day, and he wants to figure out a way to make a little leather pouch for it so that it won't get damaged.
Scratched up. Sure.
Yeah. We're working on it.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool.
Oh,
I'm a consumer, so I'll be buying.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
All of our love, Jessie. Thanks for calling in. You take care.
Right back at you. You too. Bye-bye.
Will do. Bye-bye. Very cool. That was wonderful. If you're just tuning in, we're the Alchemy Sisters. I'm Mandee, and I'm here with Jennie. We're here every Monday, typically at 6 o'clock. Sometimes we fluctuate that a little, but usually at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/The Alchemy Sisters. We also have Heart Over Ego and Heart Over Ego Radio on Facebook, and our website is alchemyascensionacademy.com. Jennie, how you doing?
Super vibed up, going ahead and channeling that Organite creator. I didn't know he existed until today, so super fun, and that was exciting, and I'm glad I got introduced to his energy, and I'm gonna pull him in every once in a while when I do some healings now.
Yeah, very cool. I could feel it. It was just like electric and ecstatic, and I've definitely heard that name before, but I'm going to have to look into it some more. I think he did some work with Freud or something, early 1900s. But, yeah, I got to check it out. So, amazing. Oh, well, we still have a list of callers looking for some readings. So you ready to take another one?
Sure, let's go.
All right, perfect. We are going to take area code 914. Hi, 914. You're with the Alchemy Sisters. Who are we speaking with?
Hi, my name is Katie. I'm in New York.
Hi, Katie. How can we support you tonight?
Thank you for taking my call, and lovely show so far. I just wanted to say that was very informative, so thank you. for
you.
that as well. Yes. My question is, I have a work endeavor that I've put a lot of time into, and I'm just wondering if it would be better served if I just fix it up a bit and move on to the next, or if I should just start it all over again. Like use it as a learning experience.
Is this a solo project, or do you have people with you?
No, I had people with me at times, but then I, took over the reins.
Yeah, because that's what they're showing. They're showing that you would have been more manageable taking over the reins and potentially, I guess, working by yourself. So let's just take a look and see if there's anything that's leaning me toward starting over, keeping what you have going on. Well, they're showing all the work that you put into it. They're showing hours and hours and hours of energy.
Yeah.
So it would be a waste to lose that for sure. But then again, if it didn't produce the results that you were looking for, it is better to start fresh at the starting gate, so to speak. But I'm just kind of doing a little quick shuffle. And can you say your name one more time?
Katie.
Katie, let's take a look. Okay, they're showing some effort. What they're showing is in the cards here, and we'll take a look at spirit here too, but the cards are showing you managing the trouble that's present right now. So in the cards, and again, I want to tell everyone, the cards are just the impression of the energy. You're the determiner of it. You're the steerer of the boat, so to speak. So what they're showing is you kind of managing, since you've already managed and put out a bunch of fires, they're showing you managing this a little bit longer and seeing some actual comeback. So they got the Chariot and the Ace of Cups just a couple months down the line. So I don't know if you're interested in investing a couple more months to get some kickbacks that look good. Now, I'll tell you, within 5 weeks that you've pulled the High Priestess card, which is the highest female in the deck. So they're just showing, they're just showing you kind of being able to manage it if you wanted to continue it, and there are going to be some kickbacks continuing, but they're saying it's not the end of the world if you start fresh. So they're saying it's really a win-win both space, but they're showing all the effort and time that you put in and maybe going ahead and like clipping the edges. I'm using some just descriptive words, kind of cutting the edges and editing it and making it more functionable or functioning or however that goes. I'm not sure what the project is exactly, but they're showing you kind of sticking with that a little bit longer and getting some kickbacks. But again, I want to reassure you that if you feel in your soul that you starting fresh is a better bet, go ahead with that, because that's not a bad answer either. What is it that you do, may I ask?
Sure, yes. It's a movie that I've been working on. Yeah, and you said editing. That's exactly. I had a lot of technical difficulties, and not really a supportive team the first time, So that's why I was thinking, now that I've found some people that I trust a little better, if it would serve the story better to do it all over again properly. So I'm like, no, you hit it all on the head. I'm really torn. Because I like some of it, And so the new people like some of it. Is that what you just said? Yeah, like some of it I felt, is usable, so to speak.
Yes. Yes. In that would, in hearing a little bit more, I'm just going to go ahead and go with what I was saying earlier, which was, you can edit some stuff out, you can add some stuff in, no need to, throw the baby out with the bathwater, I think they say. So you can keep some pieces and bring some in, and it might save you some time and effort in the future if you just, bring in some stuff you've already done. But I do see a good flow with this group of people that you have. So when you first started talking about it, and I had to ask you if there were people involved, I wasn't sure because it looked like either there were supposed to be people involved and they weren't. It just didn't look like it was adding up. But now that I'm looking at this new flush of people that you have in, excellent, looks cohesive, it looks productive. So we're just doing a little bit of clearing in the third eye, opening that up big and wide, giving it a spin, going down in the solar plexus, center of the stomach, big, beautiful, yellow, spinning wheel of light, opening that up, clearing out the adrenals, the stress, the nerves, and just pushing anything that's residual in your tissues and what have you out so that you can be, whether you take a new beginning, or whether you take a new beginning or not, you'll be fleshed out and ready to take up some more work here. But go ahead and use what you can and redo what you need to with your new staff here, your new group. They look good. They look talented.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank you.
I thank you. And it looks like you've done the work. So we're just, again, clearing out some nerves and clearing out those adrenals and clearing out your nervous system and just giving you a nice little rewire, refresh so you can come in with bells on.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's really
Thanks
amazing.
for calling in, Katie. That was incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your experience and hang in there. This is, just like Jenny said, an opportunity for a really nice fresh spin on something you've been working hard on. And I got the same thing from your angels, that the people you're collaborating with are really good for you and going to bring a much different energy. And then they just want you to know that they're proud of you, and they want you to just process your emotions as they come up and deal with them, because this has been very up and down in a lot of ways. And they're proud of you for really bringing yourself up and seeing things from a different perspective. You're really, excuse me, lost my voice a little. You're seeing beyond the current situation, and you're looking at possibilities, and they're really proud of you for that. So just keep with it and hang in there and allow your heart to lead, okay?
Thank you both so very much. Thank you. And your guest was very lovely, too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care, Katie.
Thank you.
Aw. That was wonderful.
She's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have lovely, lovely energy tonight, everybody.
I personally, my ego personally likes it when a movie maker, I don't know what you'd call her exactly, digs our work and likes our guests and likes our work. So that's a nice little bump for us, too.
True. Very true. Well, let's see. We've got a little more time. Let's bring on another caller. We're going to bring on area code 2. Nope, I think I did that one already. Let's see, 215. Hi, 215. You're with the Alchemy Sisters.
Hi, ladies. How are you doing this evening?
Good. Who are we speaking with?
My name is Susan.
Hi, Susan. How can we support you?
I was wondering, money's a little tight right now, and I was wondering if you see my boyfriend getting a better job.
Take a look. Jen, do you want to go first? Oh.
I might have missed a piece of that. You ran into something, and I didn't hear after that.
I think, Susan, you said some. Oh, go ahead.
Financially, we're really not doing so good right now, and he's looking for another job. Do you see him getting a better job?
Well, first, and this is just coming to the top of my head, so I'm going to ask questions, and it helps me develop the reading here, best for your good here. Are you working?
I babysit during the week.
Okay, because they're saying, yes, he'll absolutely land something at some point, especially if he backs it up with physicality, meaning putting the apps out, putting the resume out, however he does that. He will land something. They're not giving me a date. But what they're showing is, this stress being kind of in the way. So what we're going to do is just do a touch of energy work on you because your nerves are shot and your anxiety's up. And this is not going to bring the abundance that you want. It can, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee it, or it doesn't bring it in more quickly. So what your spirit guides are stepping forward and saying is, go ahead and work on your stress and worry, because worrying is bringing in what you don't want. So the world, the planet, the universe, the multiverse works on energy. Even a scientist will tell you that we are air, 99% air, we're energy. So what they're saying is kind of calming the nerves you best you can. Now, this is difficult, right, because bills need to be paid, people need to eat, things of this nature. We understand the intensity of it, but they're saying if you can clear a little bit of the stress, so as opposed to stressing, maybe even consider changing that tune to or manifesting a side gig that could get you money. So they're saying use your time wisely. Don't use it worrying. Use it being clever. So they're saying that you're busy, like you said, babysitting. Well, they're saying, kind of just open up all doors, maybe even better job for you. What if someone came in and offered you $50,000, $70,000 a year? Would that be worth potentially, if you have children, putting them in daycare? So what they're saying is let's open up all the doors, not just, him getting a new job, but opening up all doors of abundance because, right, when you're a couple, whatever door it comes in, we don't care where it's coming in the house. So what they're saying is pulling away some of that stress, bringing in curiosity, and then opening up the doors of innovation in our mind. So often when stress and anxiety of lack or scarcity or, no job or lack of job comes in, it just brings that psychological space into closed down, hunkered down scarcity space. Well, the universe has a hard time giving you what you want when you're telling it you're overwhelmed with what you already got. So it's thinking, leave her alone. I don't know what it thinks. I'm not the universe. But, what they're saying is if you can change your mentality just a teeny touch and say, I'm curious as to what could fall in for my boyfriend or myself, and opening up the doors of abundance, this is a better place to stand. And you already have a job. So, of course, him putting effort into going out, and he is putting his resume in places, right?
Yeah, like he's got odd jobs now. Like he remodels and stuff like that. But that'll be done in 2 weeks. So it's doing the little odd jobs. I mean, it's just not security for me,
Right. So he has a job now, but is he putting in applications for other jobs?
Yes.
Good. That's all that's needed. They're saying with your working on the stress and anxiety and trying to turn it into curiosity, we are called the Alchemy Sisters. We like to alchemize. Typically, alchemists turned metal or lead into gold. We like to turn stress into curiosity. That's the type of alchemy we do. And this is going to, again, open up the doors of abundance much wider. So, yes, he will land something. Just stick with the rules of this time frame continuum or universe, which is put the effort in physically, showing up and putting in applications and resumes and things of this nature, and working on that stress level, and then moving forward. It will fall in. They just can't give us a date right now. But yes, please work with the stress so that it can come to you quicker.
Okay. Sounds good.
Susan, this is also an opportunity. Your angels are just coming in and saying it's also an opportunity for you to really grow your relationship a little bit. And I keep seeing kind of the Lovers card and the Two of Cups, and it's an opportunity to say, hey, you know what? Things are a little rough, and we're not exactly sure, where things are coming from security-wise, but our needs are met today. And they want you guys to use this as an opportunity to be really grateful for one another and appreciate one another and trust that as long as you're putting the effort towards it, the universe really does have your back, and it's going to. And I do. I see what Jenny's seen and some good little gigs and some new opportunity coming and, maybe some other odd jobs but that are really well paying to kind of get you through the next month. And then security. They're also saying do you have something fun you're looking forward to, like a family event or get together with girlfriends or something soon?
No, but I need it.
Yeah, keep your eye out. I think you're going to either get invited or you and, your friends. See, actually kind of a lot of women, sister-type energy, friend-type energy, getting together and having a really good time over the next couple of weeks. So keep your ears out or go ahead and make that happen because it's looking like a really nice, positive distraction that you deserve.
My birthday's coming up the end of April, so maybe my sister-in-law is planning on taking me out. I
maybe.
sure need it because
Either
I've been really stressed out lately.
Yeah, and do your best when you find
that.
exactly what Jennie was talking about. And this is for all of our listeners. When you feel any sense of overwhelm, whether it's grief, shame, anxiety, resentment, fear, anything that's a lower vibrational feeling, which is anything that makes you feel kind of icky. The universe feels everything in energy, and when our feelings feel that way, we're in what Jennie just said so beautifully is overwhelm. And when we're in overwhelm, the universe says, oh, Susan, I'd love to give you some more money, but you're overwhelmed, so you're not able to receive. The overwhelm kind of closes off our portals of abundance. And it makes it so that we can't receive as much. So as soon as we relax, even if you're just like, okay, I'm really stressed about money, but there's nothing I can do about it in this moment. But I can go over the things I'm grateful for. Well, I'm grateful that we're both at work today. I'm grateful this is happening. I'm grateful we have each other's love and a roof over our head today. And you go down the list, and it can be very simple things, my amazing feet that have carried me every day, or, you know, the salad, even though I didn't really want to eat it and it wasn't what I was craving, I'm grateful. It grew its whole life to nourish me. You know, as soon as we do that and we start leaving the anxiety and refocusing our thoughts, then it helps us to reopen our portals of abundance, because we shift all of our energy through our meridians and through our thought processes so that we can start attracting in what it is we want. So I challenge you and our listeners, when you feel that anxiety creeping in, and you feel that overwhelm creeping in, do your best to take a couple breaths and then go down a list of things you're grateful for. Then reset your thoughts and continue on after that. But, yeah, Susan, you got some fun things coming up, and everything's going to be all right. And just do your best now to try to stay present and focus, you know, and try to rekindle with your partner a little bit. Show each other how much you appreciate each other during this time of stress.
All right. Thank you, ladies, so much for your help.
You're welcome. You take care.
Bye-bye.
Lovely caller.
Absolutely. That was beautiful. There we go. My tech side got a little crazy for a second, but we're good. I love that. And I love that Susan was from Pennsylvania and Jennie was from Jersey, because I'm from South Jersey. Sounded like I was talking to a lot of people from home tonight, and that's always nice.
That is nice.
So, Jennie, we have just a few minutes. Do you want to try to wrap it up for tonight, or should we take another caller?
You know, I've had a couple things I had to deal with after our podcast here, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up if that's okay with you, Mandee.
Let's do it. That sounds good. Thank you to all of our listeners who tuned in and held space with us. We really appreciate you. We'll definitely be taking more callers in the future, so keep calling back and hanging out with us. And if you liked what Jessie had to say about the Oregon and the Oregonite, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's okay. You can follow her on her Etsy shop. What was that called again? I forgot to write it down, Jessie, or Jennie. Oregon.
I think it's Oregon Original Works. Oregon Original Works.
Yep.
And she's on
That's
Etsy.
what it was, on Etsy.
And she's got a really lovely little shop there and choices, and she also said she does some custom work. So if you feel like you need, and she's very intuitive, so I would suggest it. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and get a custom-made one where she will then tune into your energy and put some energy into that Oregonite specifically for you. And I'll tell you, I just got the run-of-the-mill ones, the ones she had on sale, which were unbelievable. They weren't even close to run-of-the-mill. They were unbelievable. So I can't even imagine what would happen with the energy if she focused it on you. So there's that custom choice as well.
Yes, and if you want to get a hold of Jennie and I for readings at all, feel free to message us on Facebook, Jennie McDaniel and Mandee Elam. I offer spiritual advising and angel card readings, oracle card readings, and a lot of kind of like life coaching, and we work on all kinds of different things. So I'm always happy to support you if you ever need a little extra soul space and spiritual support. I'm always here for all of our listeners lately. And I'm just going to go ahead and probably say goodnight to our listeners and let Jennie close it out and let her kind of share what she's working on and how to get a hold of us. So thank you.
I have been working on some past life readings, masculine, the divine masculine. There's wonderful effort out there to help move the feminine and to help heal the feminine, which I encourage and appreciate. But I thought that maybe I would put my finger on the idea of offering masculine healing. So any of our listeners, if you have a man that's interested in healing, I'm going to be specializing in that, and I would love to bring on more male clients and help move this healing right along. A real shit show. Yes, they are the patriarchy. Yes, they do rule the world, but the heartful ones, they haven't been handed anything. They've been handed judgment and hate, and their sensitive spaces just have a hard time managing that. So I would love to hold space for them. Past lives, parallel lives, if you will. I've been doing a lot of financial and business work lately. So if you have any questions about where your business is going or some ideas to push that along, I've been doing that. You can reach us at heartoverego@gmail.com, and you can also find us on Facebook, the Alchemy Sisters, and on Instagram, Heart Over Ego. I think that's what we're called, right, Mandee?
It is. Yep. That, and then we still have our website too for readings and for looking at a little bit of what our magic is, which is alchemyascensionacademy.com. So all kinds of ways to find us.
All kinds of ways to find us. And you can also, for my work, Jennie's, and I mean, maybe Mandee will extend this out too, if you say you heard us on our Blog Talk Radio podcast, I'm going to go ahead and do 20% off. So normally we charge $70 an hour. Go ahead and take $14 off the top just because we love you. You can also get half hours. So if that is in your budget, just a half an hour, we can get a lot of information done in a half an hour. As you can see, the show is 1 hour and we filled it brim full. So we appreciate all the listeners. We appreciate everyone. We're here every Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the first time we've taken callers, and I liked it. How about you, Mandee?
It was fun. It was nice. Jennie and I used to do a lot of taking callers, and it's been a while, and it was really nice to connect and interact with you all and to support our listeners, and I really enjoyed that. And yes, I'm honoring the same thing, 20% off, half hour, which is typically $40. So whatever 20% is off of that, and then 14 off of the 70. Which is incredible, and I'm excited, and I love holding space for all of you. So just reach out to us, and we're here for you. And like Jennie said, if you mention that you listen to us on Blog Talk, then you get that special 20% off coupon.
We love you. Find us next Monday at the same place, at the same time. Good night.
Good night.